All right, ladies and gentlemen, the one that we're looking at today, SCP-3872, Object Class, Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3872 is to be contained in a standard humanoid containment cell furnished with furniture predating 1930 to minimize distress to SCP-3872. Additional requests may be approved by Dr. Jameson as required. The following items were requested and approved by Dr. Jameson on the grounds of the improvement of SCP-3872's mental stability. A phonograph. A modern replica was approved and provided to SCP-3872 for use during recreation hours. Several period-appropriate records have been provided. Several fountain pens and notebooks. Modern reproductions of vintage-style fountain pens were provided with an assortment of modern inks. Psychological counseling sessions shall take place with Dr. Jameson on a bi-weekly basis. Under no circumstances is SCP-3872 to be informed of the existence of, nor introduced in any fashion, to SCP-2045. Description: SCP-3872 is William Henry Seward, U.S. Secretary of State from 1861 to 1869, and appears to be biologically immortal. SCP-3872 is, at this time, biologically 56 years of age. SCP-3872 has shown no visible or medical signs of aging. SCP-3872 possesses no other anomalous abilities or attributes. Historical records indicate that William Henry Seward died in 1872. However, recovered records from ASCI Site-22 have indicated that SCP-3872 has been in containment for an indeterminate amount of time. SCP-3872 shows signs of significant mental deterioration, hypothesized to be due to isolation within the American Secure Containment Initiative, Site-22, for somewhere between 75 and 80 years. Logs of psychological evaluation by Dr. Jameson can be found in Addendum B. According to conflicting ASCI records, SCP-3872 was first put into containment somewhere between 1920 and 1926. Containment was determined to be necessary after SCP-3872 was confirmed to be involved in the 1919 Great Molasses Flood in Boston, which released 2.3 million gallons of molasses, causing 21 deaths and a significant number of injuries. SCP-3872 has claimed that it has caused the flood in order to prevent the use of molasses in consumer goods. Addendum A, prepared by the Department of External Affairs. Subject: recovery of SCP-3872. Involved agents: Sam Denton, Level 3 Agent; Jim McDowell, Level 2. Report: SCP-3872 was recovered on April 17, 2013 from ASCI Site-22 in Redacted, Oklahoma. ASCI Site-22 was not mentioned in any of the transition paperwork during Redacted, which led to the loss of Site-22's location from records. SCP field agents Denton and McDowell discovered Site-22 on a routine investigation into a potential anomaly from April 10th to April 17th, 2013, which led agents Denton and McDowell to the ruins of Site-22. Below is a transcript of the body camera feed of recovery. Irrelevant sections have been removed. Agents Denton and McDowell body cams both show them walking by various containment cells for biological specimens. Denton: I'm still shocked how many things slipped through the cracks during the transition. Agent Denton body cam shows the desiccated corpse of several redacted specimens. McDowell: seriously? It's not like the government ever kept amazing records before the Foundation got involved. Denton: still, there were a lot of biologicals here. I can't believe how many potential skips were lost here from a stupid clerical error. McDowell: I'm not sure I'm really all that bothered by it. Less to worry about breaking containment. Both agents turn a corner, leading to another set of containment cells. SCP-3872 is sitting on a stool in the furthest containment cell. SCP-3872: well, hello there. I think the last guard forgot his shift. McDowell: holy shit, there's something alive. SCP-3872. Young man, that kind of language is severely inappropriate. SCP-3872 stands. SCP-3872. Have you been imbibing the devil's blood? That most pernicious of substances, the dreaded molasses, or heaven preserve its lusty spawn, rum? Denton, quietly. Is it just me, or does that guy look a lot like William Henry Seward? McDowell, who? Denton, Lincoln's Secretary of State. McDowell, I have no idea. How do you even know who that is? Denton, Crash Course U.S. History, gotta love John Green. Agent Denton turns toward SCP-3872. Denton, sir, we're here to help you. Let's get you somewhere safe, yeah? Agents Denton and McDowell brought SCP-3872 into Foundation custody on April 20th, 2013. End log. Just to note, SCP-3872 was sedated and brought into containment. Addendum B, prepared by the Medical Department. Reporting Doctor, Dr. Jameson. Subject, SCP-3872. Evaluation. The following is a transcription of several logs I made of interaction with SCP-3872. At this time, there's no indication that SCP-3872 is a danger to itself or to the Foundation. Regular counseling and conversation is suggested. Dr. Jameson. Begin transcription. Patient notes. Dr. Jameson. Subject. SCP-3872. SCP-3872, upon recovery, showed signs of extreme isolation beyond what was detailed in the original notes by the ASCI. From all indications, his mental state was already fragile due to the circumstances of its anomalous creation. The additional pressures of spending so much time alone have worsened this condition. Initially, SCP-3872 was extremely reluctant to talk about anything outside of the evils of molasses. SCP-3872's particular obsession appears centered on the distillation of rum and the detrimental effects which SCP-3872 perceives rum has on society. On March 19, 2015, upon entering SCP-3872's containment chamber, SCP-3872 engaged me in conversation regarding my pen. I had brought in my fountain pen from my office instead of my usual ballpoints for taking notes, and SCP-3872 remarked upon this. The conversation turned more personal after a while, talking about his favorite inks. I believe I made a breakthrough. I got approval to provide SCP-3872 with a couple of vintage-style fountain pens with some historically significant inks, and also 1607 brand inks. After discussing fountain pens for a while, SCP-3872 began recounting its isolation in ASCI Site-22. The conversation still occasionally turns toward molasses and rum. However, SCP-3872 is significantly more cooperative. I'm hoping for SCP-3872's future and what we can learn from it. In transcription. Addendum C, prepared by the Department of Science, Alchemy Division. Subject, biological immortality of SCP-3872. Consulted resources, R. Digalov, ASC, MRD, AST, PhD. Findings. According to ASCI records, SCP-3872's biological immortality was caused by a process described as forbidden molasses-based alchemy. Foundation Alchemist Digalov was consulted and prepared the following report. Honorable colleagues, the alchemical process used on SCP-3872, while slightly crude, is sound. I can say with some certainty that this process may work, depending on the humorous composition of the subject. With the planets in the correct retrograde, which I assume may have occurred in 1857, molasses could have been used in the creation of a stabilization filter. While said filter may have stabilized the humors indefinitely, it is without a doubt that the inherent balance would be disturbed by such a crude process. An excess of yellow bile or phlegm may be responsible for the condition that we find SCP-3872 in. However, additional alchemic testing may be required to confirm. At this time, most likely it is advisable to stabilize SCP-3872's humors, as this would most likely lead to the deterioration of the ether, and thus the cessation of life. Alchemist of the Seventh Circle, R. DeGale. At this time, the recreation of the process which created SCP-3872 is not advised, as the obvious mental deterioration is an unacceptable risk for biological immortality. For footnotes, if you guys need some further studying, I want you to read about the Great Molasses Flood of 1919 for any reference material that you need. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are dismissed.